Are you giving the SEO agency you hire too much control over your business? Here are the top things you need to do right now to avoid confusion, chaos, and delay down the road. Okay, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have total control over your domain, whether you use GoDaddy, DreamHost, Bluehost, Yellowhost, whatever. You need control over this because with this, they can change things, they could take it away. So you need to be the admin on the account. Then, if you want, you can give shared access if they need to make changes, but then take it away right away. Do not give or let people register domains for you, websites, and have them in their account. That's a recipe for disaster. Always make sure you have total control 100% of the hosting. And also, everything has to be in your name and your billing. If you don't, you're going to have the possibility of them taking your website away or using it as hostage down the road. I've seen some horror stories. So the hosting controls how the website looks. The domain registration is like blah blah blah.com. So usually it could be in the same thing. Like GoDaddy, you could buy the domain and have hosting. But sometimes if you're making a website and you have a developer making it, they're going to be like, okay, we're going to, have the hosting for you. We're going to host it for you. So they're going to have total control over making edits on your website and all kinds of things. So like, let's say later on down the road, you fire them or, they leave or they die, or who's going to give you access to that? Nobody. You're going to be out of luck and you're going to have to, start from fresh again or contact the host and go through a whole legal battle for this website domain. So domain and hosting need to be in your name, your billing, your account. Do not let anybody tell you different. Do not give anybody access other than the person you trust that's working on it. And then once they're done, remove them. And then if they need to go back in, you can always share access again. Do not give them access to make the account for you. I can't stress that enough. They're going to be like, oh, don't worry, we're going to put it in our hosting. Don't do that. Another service that you need to be in total control over is your Google Analytics account. Now, Google Analytics controls the data on your website, and a lot of companies do need access to it that you hire for giving you reporting and everything. But once they're done, and whether you fire them or they move on or you move on, they should not have any more access to this data. This is your data. Why give your data to another company who's just going to analyze it, maybe use it for case studies after they're working on it? And here's how to do that. So when you're logged into your analytics, all you're going to have to do is go into admin at the bottom and then click account access management. And then there you'll see all the people that you give control over your account. See, as I am the administrator of my own account. Next, if you want to add somebody, you're going to click the little plus sign, add user. You're going to enter their email, and then you're going to see what to do. Again, if they're an SEO agency, all you need to do is make them an editor. They do not need to manage users. So what other SEO agencies like to do is they like to, like if they're still on and they see other people, they will remove them. Like there's no doubt about it. There's some shady businesses, and this is another thing you need to watch out for. And if they're a little spiteful, they might take you out. They might remove you and you'll lose access to your data. And then you got to start over again. You got to try to get the account back, and it's a nightmare. So always make sure you're the administrator of your account and you give them editor access to this data. All right, and another one that you should have admin access to, it should be in your control, is Google Search Console. Now, Google Search Console is kind of tied together with analytics, but it gives you more data on SEO, your link structure, sitemaps, robots files, all kinds of that you should have control over. So a lot of times, if you give another company access to this and you move on, they still have access to this data. What are they going to do? They might use it as case studies. They might delete you from it also, and they might delete the new company that you hired, just causing headaches down the road. So you always got to make sure that you have the admin rights of Search Console too. So it's tied together with analytics. And same thing goes for your merchant center in Google, all types of Google services, your Google your Google Workspace. You need total control over this. With your billing, do not let anybody tell you different. And if somebody sets it up for you, make sure that you have total control and then you remove them. That's all you need to do for that. All right, here's an example of somebody actually using your data after you were fired or temporarily taken off the project. What do they do? And this is always kind of cringe to me. They post a screenshot on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is a very toxic place, I believe, for the SEO community. It's a lot of underhanded, backhanded compliments or very, very, very cringe. Anyway, so this this person posts this screenshot of an SEO campaign that she managed. She did some work on for months and months and months. The client was not seeing results, so he fired her from the SEO. And then she still had access. And in her post, she says, I've done so much work. I haven't seen the results. The client, I felt his frustration, blah, 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 blah. All the work I put in. And then what happens is she checks on it. She's not supposed to check on it. After the project's done, she's not supposed to have access to the campaign. You should not give these people access to your campaigns after they are gone. They're just they're using you for, I don't know, post cloud or whatever. And I'm gonna get into the comment that I made. As you can see, there is a dip. I'm gonna put my mouse on it right here. So this is about October, maybe September, October area, maybe late summer. So this is when the Google Helpful Content update came into effect, and it hurt a lot of agencies and businesses. And a lot of people that, didn't produce helpful content, they didn't produce helpful content, their rankings got hit. They're writing content for the SERPs, like robots, like AI or whatever. They're writing content not for the user. They're just writing it for the search engine. And then Google just take the hammer and bam. So that's why her rankings for the client dropped in around that date. And as you can see, my comment, let me see if it's still up there. Oh, here's that good looking guy. I wrote, and I did not mean this in any other way than I wrote it. I wrote, good to see it's coming back from that helpful content update. 4,690 clicks in 16 months is pretty, pretty, pretty good. So I just pointed out that, her site got hit with the Google Helpful Content update. Now, here's where it gets interesting. She made 2 comments and she deleted one, but I got receipts. The Fooch got receipts. And I'm just going to show you real quick what it looks like. All right, so I got a comment in my email. And so here's what Zoe Ashbridge said. Zoe Ashbridge replied to it, and she said, the screen grab was way before the helpful content update, but I appreciate your comment nonetheless. So that's a little bit snarky, and I got confused for a minute, and then I had to check like maybe what I was wrong. Like this is a prominent figure in the SEO community, allegedly. I don't know. I don't really know her, but I saw it on LinkedIn, and I just wanted to make a comment. Oh, like good to see that your rankings are coming back from the helpful content update. Very, very nice comment. Congratulations. Some people aren't that lucky. And then she makes a comment like this, but then she deletes it. And then she rewords it to this. All right. So then, about 20 minutes later or so, she deletes the comment. And I guess she found out that I was right about it, but she kind of doesn't want to admit it. But anyway, she changes her comment from what she wrote to not bad for this domain, to be honest. Brand new when we started. Absolutely no content, no authority at all. Built it up from the bottom. Okay. Thumbs up. Good job. Like, what do you want? Like, anyway, all right, let's go back to this. So this is a reason why you should not give these people access when they don't need it anymore. Like, you delete them, if they're working on the project after, okay, re-add them. Don't give these people access, because some of them, they're gonna use your data. They're like, she's using the client's data for clout or whatever on social media. So these are the top things you need to avoid headaches down the road. With that being said, I think I'm done with everything. So again, you want total control over your domain, your hosting, your website, your Google Analytics accounts, all that stuff, your Shopify stores. anything of importance you need total control over down the road. You never know what's going to happen, a fallout with a client, a partner, whatever. They're going to take it over. They're going to take control over it. They're going to do something bad to it. And, it's going to just be a headache down the road. So when working with anybody, always, make sure that they give you the that they give you the administrative rights and make them the editor, the user. And then, me myself, if I, after a campaign, I delete myself from it. I don't want all that stuff in my account anymore after I move on. Like, what do I want all the data for? Like, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm moving on to other clients. Like, I don't need to, boggle down my analytics with all kinds of domains that I don't work on anymore. Like, I like to keep it like small to what I'm working on. It makes my life easier too. So thank you for watching this video. If you need any help, questions, comments, suggestions, hit them down below. I reply in 2 seconds flat. Thanks, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.